Back at the garage, we've got this potentially troublesome itch to invest in a modern design classic. But it's all a bit confusing.
It's very much in the mind's eye, very much down to the individual.
There is one car here, though, going on sale shortly, that we believe will stand up to the test of time, but it tends to split opinion.
Now, I'm driving along the other day with somebody and I said, "But I like them Audis, TT. They've got just a bit of style about them." And my pal was sitting in with me, he said, "Horrible things."
Not too sure whether they're going backwards or forwards if you look at them, but it's not going to want a great deal, is it, to make it really nice, that car, is it? Inside looks lovely, four-wheel drive and turbo. They're a hell of a car, in all fairness.
The best thing about this Mark 1 Audi TT, though, is that it's only done 15,000 miles in 23 years.
I suspect you're going to have to give somewhere like £4.5, £5 grand for it, aren't you? Make it truly stunning, and with a little bit of luck and a tailwind, it might do £6.5, £7 grand at the end of the day, mightn't it?
Should we take the plunge on?
Why not? Why not? Go on, Joe, go on. Live on the edge.
We're sending this one over to Halifax, West Yorkshire. Steve Boyer is a bit of an expert when it comes to these sorts of cars.
I've been in the motor trade for 36 years. I was dealer trained for 20 years on both Volkswagen and Audi.
Steve works alongside mechanic Mike Quinn. Neither of them know what car we're bringing to them.
What are your favourite cars to work on?
Nice, clean, new ones. Easy to work on.
What is the worst possible Audi we could bring to you that Mike would not like at all?
Probably an Audi TT MK1.
He's even compiled a list of their common faults.
He's not right keen on doing clutches on those. They had a weakness with the front anti-roll bar and they used to knock like mad on the front suspension. Coil springs, they were good on braking those.
Oh, you're kidding.
Audi TT MK1.
No way.
Quattro.
Looks quite nice though, to be fair. Looks like it might have been looked after. You know, they're a good car. It were ahead of its time, I think, wasn't it?
There's twin tailpipes, it's 225, the desirable one. Looking at the bodywork, there's no corrosion there whatsoever, which is very, very unusual for one of these. The seat bolsters, there's absolutely no wear anywhere on those. Yeah. It even smells like new in here. A really clean car.
Pulp bonnet, let's have a look at worst bit. Ah, yeah.
5-valve turbo.
Clean, isn't it?
Very clean.
Very clean.
Steve's had 5 Audi TTs of his own. Mike prefers VW Golfs.
I'll sit inside and check out dials, because it's be warm inside here. Clutch feels good. Look at that, everything okay.
Sounds nice.
Engine sounds quite sweet, doesn't it? Steering feels good. Even fuel gauge works. It's in good order. I like it a little bit better now.
Probably one of the cleanest we've ever had in here before, to be fair. Apart from mine, obviously. We'll have more idea when we get it in there on the ramp. But at the moment, it's a fantastic car.
It's all good news, but it begs the question, what is there to do to add some money to it? Our 15,000-mile Audi TT is about to be inspected on the ramp.
I don't think we've had one in this workshop in the last 10 years that's as good as that. Great car.
Keen to improve it, we're hoping there might be something simple to fix to add value.
Pirelli tyres.
Looking good. What's spring like? Bit of corrosion.
Bit of surface corrosion, but what would you expect for a 22-year-old car? Brake pipe's like new, isn't it?
Brake disc looks all right.
Loads on the pads. All in all, looks very good at the moment.
One thing we don't want is an expensive problem with the four-wheel drive Quattro system. Developed by Haldex, it was first seen on the TT. Under normal driving conditions, the power just goes through the front wheels, which saves fuel. But if they lose traction, a sensor in the front axle sends an electronic signal to a clutch in the rear axle that allows power to go to all four wheels.
This is your Haldex system here.
No oil leaks. We're prone to flange seal's leaking round there, but that is an absolutely dry as a bone. Probably the best one I've ever seen.
Is that a new fuel tank strap?
Yeah, I don't think no, I think it's just because it's so clean, isn't it?
Exhaust hangers aren't even perished or rotting.
We knew this car was good, but not this good.
I mean, look at floor.
The bolts corrode, rot away, and generally these have fallen off and gone. Corrosion and wear and tear, but they're all here on this one.
Absolute one-off is this car. I've not seen one as good as this.
We could change the Audi wheels because they weren't standard for a TT, but that seems pointless. So in a sense, we're in uncharted territory with our no-faults car.
So what are you thinking, Steve? What are we going to do to it now?
Probably an oil and filter change, top levels up, blow tyres up. Mechanically, it's absolutely fine.
I bet this oil is like new. Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Beautiful.
The basic service doesn't take long, and all this means we're left with spare cash to give this car the ultimate valet. It's the only way we can increase its value.
Once you've detailed it, it'll look amazing, but don't ever drive it again. Just leave it then. Put a cover over it, nice garage somewhere, let it just accumulate money.
It's an important day for our low-mileage 2001 Audi TT. Having found absolutely nothing wrong with it, we've now shipped it out to expert detailer Frankie Birdsong, who'll hopefully clean a profit into it.
I think the car is fantastic. To get one in black, I mean, we all know they were all silver. LED lighting is perfect for seeing scratches and defects.
There are a few scratches in the paintwork.
Yeah, there's plenty to be on with. It's basically just down to poor wash methods. And with it being black as well, you just see absolutely everything.
First up, a thorough wash.
Whenever you go to view a car, if it's filthy and it doesn't look right, you're instantly on the back foot. You're thinking, this person hasn't bothered to clean it, so how are they looking after it in the long run themselves? So basically what we're doing, we're making it look as good as we can do, so when they do turn up to see the car, they have that wow factor.
No yellow sponges, washing up liquid and a rinse with gritty water here. Times have changed.
It's a package now. It's your watch, it's your phone, it's your car, how you're dressed, it's the whole thing. I think it's all evolved with people's image.
Next up, several hours of machine polishing using abrasive cutting compounds.
Buff that off, and then you're left with a lot shinier, glossier surface.
Repeating with progressively finer compounds eventually removes the scratches and leaves a flat, shiny surface.
So a good polish and a good bit of protection afterwards, i.e. ceramic coating. Waxes don't really get used anymore. It's a bit of old hat, is wax.
The whole process, including a complete interior clean, actually took over a day. But Frankie's confident it's money well spent.
Definitely adds a lot of value to the car having a good detail done. Chuck a grand, 1,500 quid onto that price tag, 100%.
So that's us done. But overall, how much have we spent? Including tax and commission, our 15,000-mile Audi TT was £6,104 to buy. The service was £192, and the valet, or detailing depending on what generation you are, came in at £650, bringing the total to a finance-friendly £6,946.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Future classic.
Well, they are already, aren't they? It's strange, isn't it? I can't get my head around it, to be honest with you, because they seem so modern. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely cracked it. That's as clean as a whistle in there. They are nice. Look how clean that is. It's like new. I mean, it obviously is new. But even when you put new oil in, sometimes it dirties up, but that is still super clean as that in there. Look at that. Put it under the armpit, that's it. Keep my arm going. Yeah. Yeah, could almost go like... What's that smell? Oh, it's a bit of 1540. Yeah. Oh, you smell nice. Oh, it's a bit of Mobile One. Yeah. Yeah, lovely. But no, if anyone out there is actually looking for a lovely, lovely car to own that hopefully is going to go one way value-wise and have a load of fun in the meantime, it's in it. It's just the nicest Audi TT you're going to find. End of.